So it has come down to this, the final qualifier of this season of the Jester Joust. Hello everybody, King Jester here, your announcer, and we have the final qualifier before the main event in this season's Joust. Five returning teams. Let's take a closer look. Pink Push are back. They have a relatively same lineup, only really one new member, but they are still definitely undercutting agility, and of course Pink Caddy. Jester go back, and they have a mainly new lineup, and they're looking particularly deadly in this matchup, of course, with a lot of undercutting potential going on. Industrial Accidents have struggled, but they are back with a pretty decent lineup, I would consider, with some nice agility, of course, helicopter transport, and tractor plow. And Worst Responders, they made it to the main event, but choked kind of badly. They're back with only one new member. And Christian Crashers had taken a hiatus, but they are back with all new members, except for Go and Power Rocket. But this is the final qualifier. Of course, only 3 teams can advance to the main event. We're going to find out who those 3 teams will be as we go into round 1. Starting us off for Pink Push, it is going to be 5 Alarm, who actually goes slightly curbside. Not exactly something 5 Alarm wants to do. Pretty vulnerable in this position, I would say. Following that is going to be, whoa! And the Lotus takes a stab at 5 Alarm. 5 Alarm just rolls it over to recovery. This is kind of what we expect from 5 Alarm. But the Lotus stays locked in, and then followed by the Lotus is going to be Industrial Accidents. And they're starting off, with the car carrier, but it's leaving itself in a very vulnerable position now for the next car, which is going to be for Worst Responders. It's going to be Rapid Response. Jesus, Rapid Response socks the car carrier, but the car carrier, what a save there. A nice record. That's what Industrial Accidents want. And Rapid Response, it's still upright for the moment. I don't know if that's a safe spot, but it stays alive. Oh, wow. And Semi-Fast just heaves into the Lotus, but the Lotus doesn't actually. The Lotus goes slightly curbside, but Semi-Fast stays locked in, backs away down the track, back around the roster. Oh no, that is not. Wow, Tooligan just chokes it. He takes a shot at Semi-Fast. Semi-Fast is able to recover, and Tooligan takes itself out. That is not what Pink Push wanted from Tooligan. And then Jet Threat, here comes Jet Threat 3, and it goes curbside, having no choice but to sort of poke at its own teammate, but the Lotus stays locked in, and Jet Threat is now in a vulnerable position, and Little Stubby, it comes in and pushes the Lotus for curbside as well. Now both Jet Threat and Lotus are curbside, that leaves both those cars vulnerable for whoever comes down next. And that is going to be Rapid Pulse, and Rapid Pulse doesn't do much. Jet Threat is starting to, Jet Threat is starting to escape, but Rapid Pulse is a curbside, not a good spot to be in, and it's going to be Go, but Rapid Pulse manages to stay upright and survive. Go is heavily curbside. Now back to Pink Push, and this time they're going. Dragonator, I believe that's what it's called. It just sort of escapes. That is nice. Escapes off the track to safety. Now it's followed by Jet Streak. It's gonna be. Oh no! Cloud Cutter pokes at Go, but Go spins to a recovery, and instead Jet Threat actually got hooked onto the track buffer and flips over. Wow, that's going to be a loss for Jet Streak there. Oh no, and Helicopter Transport may have just done some friendly fire. Lil Stubby pops out, and I don't think that is below 45. I think that's pretty out, and then Cloud Cutter basically just starts to escape. And what is going on? It's another belly flop, and this time from old number 5, who rolls off the back of a Helicopter Transport and then just lays on its side. That's not what we've come to expect from old number 5. This car has done very nicely before, and that's going to be tough there. And then Toon Chevelle goes perpendicular on the track. That is a very vulnerable position to be in. And then up next is gonna be look at the front, up at the front, Pink Caddy actually causes Rapid Response to go overside. Wow, that is a terrible loss for Worst Responders. They could not afford that. Helicopter is just sort of getting scrunched up on the track, and Toon Chevelle did not even budge. Whoa, and Shadow Jet takes a stab at Pink Caddy, but Pink Caddy is too heavy and stays alive for the moment, though. That is a vulnerable position, though. And then followed by Shadow Jet, it's gonna be, and Forklift, is just sort of shunts Shadow Jet curbside. This is the first time Forklift has competed in my Joust, and as if you watch the regular Joust, know the kind of shenanigans Forklift can do on the field. Just stays locked in right now, and Rapid Responder puts Forklift basically curbside. I see Forklift is kind of poised on top of Shadow Jet, who's still trying to escape. We have just a big jumble going on right now. Ooh, and Power Rocket takes down Forklift. That is not poor Forklift. That is going to be lost for Industrial, and Rapid Responder stays upright at the moment. I don't say it's balanced on top of Shadow Jet, just like Forklift was. And whoa, Hammered Coupe takes a stab at Power Rocket. Power Rocket manages to spin around, but it's kind of stuck in the pile. Rapid Responder's back sort of starting to back away into safety. Hammered Coupe, and whoa, Thunderstreak doesn't actually get underneath Hammered Coupe, just sort of goes off the back of it and then just sort of rides down. And followed by that, it's going to be the last car for Industrial. Actually, wait, no, maybe worse one. No, wow! Tractor Plow takes down Hammered Coupe, but then also takes itself out. So a nice takedown, but then a self-elimination there. That's going to be Firehouse Fueler up next for the worst one. Whoa, and Firehouse, look at that, Tractor Plow actually recovers, and Firehouse Fueler just sort of basically escapes and it stays alive. Yeah, well, final car of the round is going to be the oh my god, for the Ferrari, what have you done? Power Rocket is out, and Hammer Coupe actually recovers. That is not what you want to do. The Ferrari made a detrimental mistake, but that is the end of round one. And yeah, Lil Stubby is definitely beyond 45. Looking at the aftermath, Crimson, Jetstreak, and Pink Bush all only lost one. They're doing great. Worst Responders and Industrial Accidents both lost two. But overall, it is still anybody's match as we go into round two. Surprisingly, it is still even. We have a very even field in this qualifier, which is going to prove nice overall. But yeah, going to start off round two, it's going to be Crimson, who only lost Power Rocket, and that was only because of the Ferrari. Very unfortunate there. And they are starting off with Semi-Fast, who goes curbside. A lot of cars have been doing that when hitting the track buffer. Followed by Semi-Fast, going to be Jetstreak, and they're going to be starting off with the Lotus. And oh boy, Semi-Fast is basically... It's in a very typical position. That is not good at all. And then up next is going to be Pink Push, and they are electing... Whoa, and what in the world? 5-alarm does exactly what it did last round, but this time it actually drives over the Lotus and then recovers. I don't know what's up with 5-alarm in these rollers, but I mean, it's staying alive. Lotus is curbside. Semi-Fast and not in a bad spot. Ooh, and Rapid Responder basically just hopes the Lotus escape off the track. The Lotus is showing good potential for Jetstreak here. And Rapid Responder goes curbside. Oh, and a big hit by Helicopter Transport, which Industrial side started off with. And Semi-Fast makes a nice save. That car is, that rig has been showing nice agility despite its sort of awkward shape. But right now, Rapid Responder and as I say that, Ferrari takes down Rapid Responder. That is another tough loss for Worst Responders. They could not afford to lose Rapid Responder. That's probably their best member, honestly. Ferrari is still kind of on the track. It could be vulnerable. And Helicopter, okay, and Thunderstreak actually gets underneath Helicopter, but then also goes heavily curbside. Rapid Responder doesn't recover at all. It just goes curbside. And following by that, we have Pink Caddy. And Pink Caddy just doesn't do anything. And Pink Caddy just sort of jumbles the pile more. Rapid Responder is sort of stuck on its back. And followed by that, it's Rapid Pulse, who just sort of bounces on Pink Caddy. And Rapid Responder is definitely finished now. Rapid Pulse not in a great spot either. That is very vulnerable. Worst Responders cannot afford any more losses at this point. But up next is going to be the red car carrier for Industrial. It smacks Rapid Pulse, who actually lands on the carrier of Helicopter Transport, which is odd, but I mean it's still alive, so that's what Worst Responders need. And then back around, the Toon Chevelle just sort of whomps into the car carrier, but the car carrier goes curbside, leaving it vulnerable. Toon Chevelle sort of backs away. And back, it's Cloud Cutter, and actually... wow, Toon Chevelle. Ooh, that is not looking good. That's looking beyond 45. The Toon Chevelle doesn't somehow manage to get itself out. Crimson might be losing a car, and Car Carrier manages to stay alive. Cloud Cutter is now poised to sort of go off. And then back, and Dragonator. I still don't know that thing's name fully. Dragonator sort of socks into Cloud Cutter, and both are in bad spots, sort of. Dragonator's probably making on Cloud Cutter. Oh man, what in the world? Firehouse Fueler takes down Dragonator, takes down Cloud Cutter, but then also takes itself out. Wow, that is just not good. Worst Responders are really not having a good time in this match. Firehouse Fueler is on top of Pink Addy and Helicopter Transport. Very odd position. Oh, whoa, and tractor plow. I may have actually seen it. The angle of the camera makes it look worse than it is, but I think that's still in. Well, we'll see what happens with the next car. And oh yeah, it looks like it's over Fire's Fewer from the looks of it. And then followed by that is gonna be Shadow Jet. Yeah, final car of the round is gonna be Hammered Coupe for Pink Push. And whoa, and Shadow Jet manages to survive. Tractor Plow, as I said, the angle of where I'm holding the camera right now kind of makes it worse. It actually looks pretty into me. But that is going to end off round 2. Lady, I remember worst responders just could not afford losses, but they lost 2. They are down to 1. Pink Push and Jester each lost 1 down to 3. Crimson still at 4, and Industrial Action stays steady at 3 as well. Right now, this is one of these teams are not like the other, as worst responders are just falling behind, and the rest of the field is still staying even with each other. It's still relatively anybody's game, except for worst responders. But this time, starting off with Mock and Go for Crimson Crashers, who once again goes curbside. A lot of cars having trouble staying locked in, and Helicopter Transport stays locked in Burley this time, and Mock and Go does not go anywhere. It's sort of perpendicular on the track. Followed by that, it's gonna be, I believe, Pink Push up next. And they're going to be starting off with, as per tradition, 5-alarm, and oh no, 5-alarm goes sideways. That was weird. It sort of spins off of the back of Helicopter and then goes sideways. Still on the track, so I doubt it's gonna stay like that, but still not exactly what Pink Push wanted. And the Los doesn't do anything. The 5-alarm just sort of pokes at it and it stays locked in. Helicopter is kind of in trouble now, as it could definitely get tipped over with a big enough hit. And then up next is going to be the final hope for worst responders, Rapid Pulse. Rapid Pulse backs away. It's got to stay alive to keep worst responders in this match, or else they are done. But right now, it's kind of looking a bit dim for that team. And then, Semi-Fast doesn't do anything. Lotus starts to escape. Rapid Pulse stays locked in. Semi-Fast also stays locked in. 5-alarm still in a bad spot. Up next, and it's Hammer Coupe, and what in the world? Once again, another car lands on the rear of Helicopter Transport, and this time it's Semi-Fast. Hammer Coupe then takes the opportunity to escape off the track, which guarantees its survival. And then followed by that, it's gonna be, I believe, up next is gonna be, it's the car carrier for Industrial. This thing has been doing okay for the most part. Stays locked in. Right now, it's just a bit of a line. Well, not really a line, but a bit of a jumble with Helicopter and 5-alarm. And then Shadow Jet. Well, Shadow Jet, both Rapid Pulse and the car carrier start to escape, but they're not quite often into safety. Up next for Crimson, it's gonna be the Tunja. What in the world? That was a triple takedown. Wow, the Toon Chevelle, Shadow Jet, Rapid Pulse, the car carrier, a triple takedown by the Toon Chevelle. And right now, worst responders are probably out of this, and Jetstreak and Industrial both lose 1. Toon Chevelle just laying down the smackdown with that hit. A bit unexpected, not a car you would expect to get a triple takedown, but I mean, it pulled it off. Tractor Plow doesn't do anything, puts the Toon Chevelle on top of his own teammate. Tractor Plow is now in a vulnerable spot. Shadow Jet is looking pretty much finished at this point. And then up next, for Pink Push, and Pink Caddy takes down Tractor Plow, and that's going to be yet another loss for Industrial. Dang, they've lost 2 right now. And Pink Caddy is in a vulnerable spot, though, especially with, I believe it's going to be, and Thunder Streak, Turbo Streak, streaks underneath the Pink Caddy and 5-alarm, but Pink Caddy stays alive. 5-alarm is now still sideways on top of Turbo Streak. That is what is done. And as I say that, final car of the round, LaFerrari writes 5-alarm. Thunder Streak stays alive, so does Pink Caddy, but that is it for round 3. We lost 4 cars, and we are saying goodbye to our first team. Worst responders, they just did not have a good time with it. They are out. The Industrial got hit, they are down to just Helicopter Transport. Jetstreak are down to 2. Pink Push stays steady at 3, and Crimson still at 4 each. They are just dominating this match right now. As we go into round 4, Crimson, I still have 4 in this match. Right now, the question, I don't think anybody can stop them at this point, really. Akago this time actually stays locked in, which is important. Someone like that is going to be a Pink Push, and they are probably going to start off with 5-alarm as usual. And yes, they do. 5-alarm stays locked in behind Makago, who actually goes a little bit curbside. Now followed by 5 arms, going to be Jet Streak, and they're going to be opting to send down the Lotus. Yes, well, the Lotus this time actually gets underneath 5 alarm. 5 alarm is poised now, and which is bad because the next hit is going to be a bit of a big hit. It's going to be Industrial, and they are left with just Helicopter Transport, and Helicopter Transport takes down 5 alarm. That's going to be a loss for Pink Push. Makigo escapes, and the Lotus still stays on the track. Wow. But right now, Helicopter Transport's got to stay alive for Industrial to keep them in this match. Following by that is going to be Crimson. They're opting to send down. It's going to be the Ferrari. Whoa, and the Ferrari with its low front does not do anything. The Helicopter stays locked in. Lotus escapes. Ferrari is now curbside. And then obviously it's going to be Pink Push up next. And then here goes Hammer Koopa. Whoa, and the Ferrari makes a wonderful save there. Hammer Koopa, it's actually looking like it's going on sort of the ramp of Helicopter. Honestly, if that bar wasn't there, that could actually be a legitimate ramp, but it's still a nice protection. It's going to be Thunderstreak up next. Oh, man, this time Thunderstreak actually does get underneath Hammer Koopa. And that's yet another loss for Pink Push. Wow, they have lost 2. They're going to be down to just Pink Caddy and Thunderstreak with a big takedown there. But then up next is going to be, next for Crimson, it's going to be Semi-Fast. Oh, man, Semi-Fast. That back for Harley. Thunderstreak. What a save there by Thunderstreak. And Semi-Fast takes itself out. But, yeah, it's still on the track, so it might recover, but still. And, well, as I say, look at that. Pink Caddy indeed helps Semi-Fast recover. The rear of the Helicopter is off the track now. And final car of the round, though, it's going to be Crimson. It's going to be the Toon Chevelle. And what in the world? Okay, that is just disappointing. The Toon Chevelle final car of the round took itself out. All it had to do was just stay alive, and it would have been perfectly fine. But nope, that is just wow. After that triple takedown, that's how it ends. That's disappointing. Look at the aftermath of round 4. Right now, Pink Push lost 2 down to 1. Now even with Industrial, Crimson lost 1 there, but they're still leading with 3. Jet Streak stayed steady at 2. So right now, this field is getting a bit whittled down as we go into round 5. Round 5, this time starting us off, of course, is looking like Makigo, who's looking like to be the go-to starter car for Crimson, who are still doing very well in this match. They have 3, and followed by Jet Streak, who still have 2, and they're going to be starting off with, I assume, the Lotus. Yep, and the Lotus sort of just pushes Makigo aside. Now up next is going to be Helicopter Transport for Industrial, who's been doing well. This is kind of this is a Helicopter doing well in this match so far, at least. And Helicopter goes slowly curbside, so does the Lotus. But up next is going to be a big hit. It's going to be Pink Caddy for Pink Push. Pink Push were taken off guard. They lost 2 in the last round. Pink Caddy is suddenly their last hope. And Helicopter is going on. At least the front of the Helicopter is going off the track, but still using the track buffer to stay pretty balanced. And the Ferrari locks it in behind Pink Caddy. Nothing much to do there. And up next is going to be, of course, a big undercut. It's going to be, whoa, and Thunderstreak. Once again, the Ferrari makes another great save. Pink Caddy stays alive, but final cars around it's going to be Crimson with Semi-Fast. And once again, Semi-Fast tries to take down Thunderstreak, but Thunderstreak, you would not expect it from that car, but it is showing great agility. Stays alive. Pink Caddy, pretty upright to me. Yep, so that means no cars were eliminated in this round. So that means round 6, we are going to increase speeds. All the cars are going to have to increase their speed, so we definitely should be seeing some elimination around. These teams know what's at stake, and they do not want to give it up. Up next is starting off with Crimson, as per usual now recently. It's looking like Makigo. Yep, Makigo starting us off. And following like that is going to be Jet Streak with the Lotus. And the Lotus has been doing very well. A bit of an unassuming Jouster, but it has been doing very well. It's slightly curbside, though. And up here it's going to be a big hit. It's going to be Pink Caddy. And Pink Caddy takes down Makigo. Gets stuck against the wall. The Lotus manages to survive. And Pink Caddy is curbside, which is kind of bad. Because up next is going to be a big hit. It's going to be Helicopter Transport, who has an opportunity here for Industrial. And Helicopter does not take out Pink Caddy. Pink Caddy stays perfectly balanced. And Helicopter stays locked in. But it's gonna be Crimson again, and this time, and I'm expecting it to be a Ferrari. Yet the Ferrari with its little front has no trouble with the back of Helicopter, and just sort of it stays locked in. But next is gonna be, of course, the devastating undercutter that is Turbo Streak. And geez, oh man, Turbo Streak actually takes down the Ferrari. There's another loss for Crimson. Suddenly, Crimson are down to 1 all of a sudden. And final cars around, actually, it's got to be a bit careful here. It's going to be Semi-Fast. And Semi-Fast. The Turbo Streak survives, but Helicopter Transport That is beyond 45, I think. I'm pretty sure that's beyond 45. I don't think that is, well, I believe that is beyond, and if that's the case, then I believe this qualifier is over. With a helicopter, I'm pretty sure beyond 45, this qualifier is over. We have our 3 teams in going to the main event. Going to the main event to Jet Streak, Pink Push, and Crimson Crashers. Crimson with the bone shot, but it was like very dicey there at the end, though, later down to just semi-fast. Jet Streak, however, honestly, I think were kind of the hidden MVPs in this match. Turbo Streak was just a devastating undercard, doing a lot of damage, and the Lotus proved resilient. And then, of course, Pink Caddy, the sort of the brick that it is, proved to be the ace for Pink Push once again. But that was the final qualifier, and then up next, of course, is going to be Battle of the Losers, then on to the main event.